Oh, baby, what to do? What to do? What's going on, y'all? It's your man Gio. I'm live. I'm back. Excuse my pants. Give me a second as I try to take advantage of all of the platforms. I'm not necessarily going to go live over there, but I am going to switch to this. What's going on? How y'all doing? All that. Yeah, there we go. Hey, all right. What's going on, y'all? So, as you can see, I have a little presentation here ready to go through. This isn't just a random live today, right? This live is all about how to live a life of purpose, right? How to live a life of purpose without sacrificing stability or your sanity. I'm truly excited, right? I'm 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 on this journey with you guys more than anything else. We are all on this journey. If unless you are living under a rock, you see that the world is changing and it's changing rapidly, right? There's AI, there's working from home, right? There's all types of just stuff going on to where now more than ever, people want to figure out how to live a life of purpose. You don't want to just make money, you don't want a job. You want to figure out how can you take what you do and who you are and turn that into how you make a living, right? What you do, right? And so that's what today's presentation is all about, right? And I'm on this journey with you guys as much as as much as you are, right? Who am I, right? You might be asking, right? Who am I to speak on these matters? Well, I'm an aspiring entrepreneur, successful one at that, right? I've been on this journey for 15 years. I got started as an entrepreneur, like most people, I got started as an entrepreneur when I figured out that the workforce was trash, right? I was 22, 23 years old. I was working for a corporate 500 company, big company, working 9 to 5, right? Thinking that I was just working, kind of went to college to follow the main path. Went to college, majored in chemistry, was thinking I was going to get a degree. I was going to, work a job. And a year or two into like working the 9 to 5 life, I just saw that it was trash. I barely had any time with my kids. I barely had any time to spend any of the money that I was quote unquote making. I just felt miserable early, right? I felt like I had kind of betrayed myself. And luckily, right? Luckily, I was I was kind of thrust into this journey early. Like I said, it was around 2010, 2009, right around after like the 2008 market crash. I'm coming out of college. I'm thinking that I'm about to graduate. Unfortunately, I did not graduate. I'm looking for what I can do. I was working as a pharmacy tech, so I worked for one of the big pharmacies, CVS, Rite Aid, right? This is when they still were big. They were in business, and I was like, I went full time. I was like, all right, I'm gonna make this my career. I'm gonna be a pharmacy tech, etc. And a year or two in, I just felt I had all the experiences, right? I had got shortchanged by the corporate kind of exchange, promised a raise, didn't get it right, set metrics, met all the goals, right? All the experiences that you have, and simultaneously during that time, I was I was figuring out, right, like being introduced to entrepreneurship, self-help, personal development, right, personal legend. Like you can live a life of your dreams. You can do what you want, and that's that's kind of like I was called, right. Kind of feel like the hero's journey around that same time. I'm working for CVS, right? I'm miserable. I'm doing all this stuff, and then I just keep getting this message like, yo, you're meant to do something. You're meant to become something way more. You're meant to give back, to contribute, to lead, right? And we all have that dream. So again, I'm gonna try to get into this presentation really quickly. I was just giving myself a couple minutes, right? Introducing myself if you get on. Just trying to give you guys an idea of who I am and what I feel like I can offer, right? I've been on this journey for, like I said, 15 years entrepreneurship. Got into it thinking it was going to be easy, etc. Wound up with a career in marketing, right? So I wound up with a digital marketing day job because I was struggling as an entrepreneur, and I was like, how do I grow my business? How do I fix it, right? And then I wound up with a career in digital marketing, kind of got sidetracked, right? Because, I started making okay money, was able to buy a house, like I'm progressing, kind of got sidetracked, forgot about the entrepreneurship, and then this last year has just been a reminder of this journey, and now I'm coming back with everything that I've learned from my digital marketing experience and my entrepreneurship, motivational stuff, and just helping people that want to live a life of purpose. You don't want to just get online and follow trends. You don't want to just try to drop ship. You see how that stuff goes. You want to take what you love and how you love to express yourself and figure out how you can make money. And in today's economy, in today's world, that's possible, right? And that's what today's framework is all about. If you stick with me, I'll walk you through my framework and what I've learned on how to create a life of purpose, right? Without sacrificing stability or your sanity. It's possible, right? It is highly possible for you to live a life of your dreams, doing what you love to do. You see it all the time. There are people online doing exactly maybe what you want to do or something similar, right? And you can live the same thing. And that's what today's presentation is about, is what do you need to do, right? How do you need to feel about you to get it done? That's the question. And I'll ask you that question now. How do you feel about you right now? And then how do you need to feel to get it done? In those moments when you're anticipating, when you're attempting to accomplish your goal and leading up to it, it's like, oh, I don't feel like it. Who's saying that? Who's saying I don't feel like doing the work? Because it's not you. You set the goals for yourself. You put it. You have the idea. You have the burning desire to make it happen. And so that's the kind of thinking that I want you guys to start thinking about, is you kind of reclaiming that power of self-governance to speak life over your own life. So how to live a life of purpose without sacrificing stability or sanity. Welcome to a transformative journey. We'll explain how to master your mindset, marketing, and manifestation. All right, those are the three pillars. It's not no big secret. Mindset, marketing, and manifestation. Right. Mindset. The universe is mental. Everything starts in the mind. Marketing. You have to find a way to get the word out about what you can do. You got to find a way to connect with the people that's going to support you. That's going to big you up. That's going to buy your products. That's going to support your brand. That's on you. You got to find a way to get your message out there. Manifest your purpose. You have to have a clear structure from where you are to where you want to be. Manifestation isn't about magic. It's about belief and execution through consistency and habits, right? So that's what today's session is all going to be about. Click over here. So there we go. So, right. Let me go back up. So, breaking free from the 9-to-5 mindset, right? And a lot of us, right? Like I can speak for myself. I know me. I'm miserable working the 9-to-5 mindset, like the 9-to-5 job, just living for the 2 days out the week, feeling like you call for more. Like there's no way that I'm just supposed to be going to work, barely being able to pay my bills, right? And like it says, we convince ourselves that it's normal, but deep down we know it's not, right? We all, like, if you believe you have a purpose, if you believe you are called to do something, there's no way that you can believe that going to work every day, clocking in, barely just getting by to make it is the way that you want to go, right? And so there's a moment where you realize, right, that there's a purpose beyond money, material success, etc., right? And there's also an epiphany moment where you realize that true success, it isn't measured by paychecks or promotions, but it's by meaning, impact, and fulfillment. Money without meaning is comfortable emptiness. So, right, thinking about like that life, right, where today is Saturday, right, and you may be off work for the weekend, and you like, yo, this weekend I'm going to do something that's going to change my life. I'm going to take action. I'm going to invest in some type of side hustle. I'm going to figure out something, right? But the reality of it is, a lot of times we get stopped when we allow ourselves to say, I don't feel like it. And I'm going to keep emphasizing that, right? So, remember when you first felt Sunday evening dread, right? That the weekend just blues, right? Like right now, if it's Saturday, your weekend is going to be over tomorrow, right? And you can do something today to change that, your circumstance change. What's going on, y'all? How y'all doing? I'm not speaking to nobody. Sure. So Uh, today, right? We're gonna be talking about choosing a different path. It's purpose over pressure. Who is this for? It's for creatives. It's for people like you, people who see the world through a different lens, and they need to express vision without compromise. It's for dreamers. This is like this framework is perfect for dreamers, right? People that see who sense there's something more waiting for them beyond the conventional path. What's going on alone? And it's for people that's tired of 9 to 5, right? If you are working at 9 to 5 and you're tired of clocking in on a day to day, you feel like there's no way that the creator of the universe wanted you inside of a brick wall building for the majority of the waking days of the waking hours of the day, right? And you're tired of that. And for people that's aspiring entrepreneurs, people that believe that they want to, who know that they want to build something, they want to, they're visionaries ready to build something meaningful that aligns with their authentic self. This new path doesn't demand choosing between purpose and stability, right? Instead, it reveals how you can beautifully coexist when approached with intention and clarity. And so that's what we're going to be talking about today. So you can live a life of purpose. You can live a life of purpose, of stability. It's figuring out how you want to feel, right? Everything that you doing, all of the actions that you are taking in your life is to change your emotional state. And if you can really identify the emotional state that you are most pursuing, you can start to hack your life to fit that emotional state the most, right? It's reverse engineering. If you've been on the spirituality journey, if you've heard about manifestation, they talk about the frequency, the vibe. You just got to vibrate at that frequency. Well, it's true, right? Figure out how you want to feel and allow yourself to start to feel that. And I'm going to keep emphasizing that again over and over, because it's not about, you don't have to change much in your life. You don't have to change your job. You don't have to quit. And a lot of times we think this, if that's necessary for your journey, is necessary, but it isn't. It isn't a prerequisite for success, right? Everybody's journey can lead to it. The internal thing is learning to master yourself and to control your own self dialogue, to become the author, the co-author of your story, right? So the one truth that changes everything is that everything simply comes down to mindset, marketing, and manifestation. That's it, all right? Mindset. Those that think they can and those that think they can't are right. It's that simple. Whether or not you think you can do what you want to do is going to determine whether or not you go after it. It's very simple, right? Marketing. I don't care how good you are. I don't care how quality of a product or service you have. If you do not figure out a way, whether it be through your own efforts or through paid efforts, to connect with the people who will support and build a community around your product or service, you will not be successful. There are talented people all over the world who are homeless, who don't have anything to show for it because they don't know how to get the word out about what they can do and what they can offer, right? And so you have to learn how to market your passion. It's up to you to figure out how to connect with the people out there who you came to serve with your gift. Manifest your purpose. Manifestation isn't about magic. It's about creating clear, intentional paths to where you want to go, right? It's not about wishing on a star or any of that. The whole vibrate at that frequency is that champions don't become champions after they win the championship game. You have to feel like a champion internally at the start of the season, in the off season, to even train like a champion, to begin to prepare to be a champion. That's what that vibrate at. Like, manifestation isn't that. And if you feel like that, if you're vibrating at, if you feel like a champion in your off season, you're gonna set up a training regimen that represents championship training. That's what that does. If you're in that mindset, then you then take actions from that mindset, right? And so, right, if you have the right mindset, right, and then you know what your passion is and you know how to market it, right? You know how to get the word out. You know how to get the people around you that's going to support you. You know how to ask for, you know how to connect with, you know how to communicate with the people that you need to communicate to make your dream come true. Then you manifest your purpose. You make a plan intentional to take you from where you are to where you are supposed to be. All right. And that's the framework. And it's everywhere. You see it everywhere, right? Not only do do I have to give you social proof from working with people, right? Working with multiple clients and the marketing agencies, and now doing freelance for myself, working with people, helping them build businesses, create ideas off of just whatever they want to do, right? You can look online, there are multiple stories. Wix has a whole website, Shopify has a whole section of people that are randomly building businesses off of what they love. And they all mention these three things: mindset, marketing, and manifestation / systems. You got to have some type of plan. You got to execute with a certain belief in mind, right? And you have to be able to communicate with the people out there that are going to support your dream, to help you on the way. There's somebody out there that that want to help you, that want to support you, that want to communicate. And until you are able to figure out how to make that connection, let people know that you out here and then you looking for their help, you aren't going to be able to do it. Let me know if anybody, I see anybody, it's like 4 or 3 people here. Let me know if y'all engaging, if y'all feeling what I'm saying. No, I'm gonna keep on going. But the evidence is everywhere, right? The greats will always tell you, it's all about belief, right? Muhammad Ali said, I believed I was the greatest, and I went out and I made it happen, right? Floyd Mayweather, Tiger Woods, Michael Jackson, Michael Jordan. You can name a great. They'll tell you that they first believed beyond what their external circumstances was believed. Then the second thing is the marketing they passionate is, like, you know how to communicate with the world around you to get it out there, to put you in the right rooms, to put you in the right situations. You're not afraid to ask for help. Every one of them, Michael Jackson, Michael Jordan, Floyd, they would tell you they were students. They asked questions. They sought out instructors and mentors. They figured out, and they told anybody, like, if you asked them who they were, they told you with braveness, with clarity, with self-determination. I am that I am. And the people that are able to do that are able to manifest their purpose. If you are able to be self-determined, if you are able to be that which you desire to be, if you're able to feel the way you want to feel about you, you are able to create the life that you want. And we can see that, and it's evident, right? This is the framework for success. It's mindset, it's marketing, and then it's manifestation. It's there, right? I've been studying it. I've been on this journey for 15 years of just trying to figure out. It's like, yo, how do you create a life of purpose? One in which you don't feel like you just a slave to the system. One in which you feel free. One in which you can come as you and come and go. You can feel like you contributing, like you're doing something with the gifts that you were given. How do you do that? How do you do that? You have to master your mindset, market your passion. You have to manifest your purpose. Be intentional about what it is that you're doing. Make sure that all your actions are aligned with what you feel called here to do. Right? So for me, it really was like, this my journey from fired to fulfilled, right? So if you aren't a fan, if you aren't familiar, you can go check on my page. About 3 months ago, I posted a video. I recently got fired, right? I got fired. I started a new job. I was making some good money, right? Negotiated as much money as I had ever made on contract from a day job. And 3 months, like at 3 weeks in, they fired me. They were just like, nope, not a fit, right? And I could kind of read the writing on the wall. If I'm being 100% honest, right? If I'm being 100% honest, I didn't even want the job. I felt like I had done what was necessary. I had acquired the skills for me to go out on my own, to become an entrepreneur, but I was scared. I was afraid. I'm like, man, I got kids, I got a family. I can't just be out here, just trying to make it on my own. So I'm gonna take this job. It's more money, and then if it works out, it works out. I got fired 3 weeks in, right? So here I am, like, I was climbing the corporate ladder. I was making progress. I'm in the digital marketing space, and then I get fired, right? So then I don't panic. I just say, like, all right, well, maybe this is time for me to do what I feel called to do, right? And then I became a digital marketer because I sucked at being an entrepreneur, right? I was like struggling to be an entrepreneur for maybe 5-6 years, and I just kept failing. And I'm like, yo, I gotta figure out like how to get better at this shit. So I wound up like going back to school. I was studying business. I was taking marketing courses. I was kind of going to concentrate on marketing. And but through luck, through chance, I wound up getting a job for a magazine in a marketing capacity. I was doing some video editing, some SEO, etc. So I started this kind of new career while trying to learn how to be an entrepreneur. And then I just kind of like the last seven to 8 years, I just been in like full digital marketing mode, right? Like working for agencies, working in house, learning, getting certified, doing all these different experiences, getting clients on the side, but kind of forgetting about the core mission that I wanted to do. So my recent firing kind of put me back in that position of, hey, all right, you got to think about what you want to do, where you want to go, right? And there are people, I know plenty of you may be in the situation. There are hundreds of thousands of people that recently got fired, right? People that like the economy is changing, the world is changing, and so there's an opportunity in that to figure out, right, what you want to do and how you want to contribute and how you want to feel purpose. One of the biggest issues that they're projecting that we'll face in the future is that people won't know what to do with their free time. With the advancements in AI, right? Not having to drive, not having to do certain things, people are going to have to find a way to feel purposeful. And that's what this is all about. And feeling like what you do and who you are is intentional and ordained from whatever freaking creative source that you believe in, right? And so I kind of rediscovered my true purpose. Like I said, I got started on this entrepreneurial journey about 15 years ago. I wanted to become a speaker. I wanted to become a motivator, etc. And I wanted to help people. I wanted to help people transform their life. I wanted to help people break free from the 9-to-5 grind. I wanted to, like, when I first got exposed to entrepreneurship, I wanted to instantly tell everybody else about it. Like, yo, there's a way for you to live doing what you love to do and make money doing it, right? And there's now more than ever that's true. And I've acquired not only the skills necessary to help people, but I also just, the experience for myself of claiming that I'm now living at this current moment, right, fully free, fully independent. It's been 60, 70 days since I got fired from my job. I didn't go back to work, and I'm not gonna act like I'm not, have like, assistants and stuff like that. But I'm saying that, like, the progress and things that I'm doing, I'm making are in alignment with what I really want to do, right? And I'm able to position and take the necessary steps, and that's what I want to help you guys do, right? So, to be honest, being fired was the best thing that happened to me. It forced me to confront the question: was I living in my purpose or playing it safe? And if I was to ask you that question right now, are you living in your purpose or are you playing it safe? What would be your answer? In this current moment, are you living in your purpose or are you playing it safe? And if you aren't living in your purpose, I will ask, how would you need to feel to start living in your purpose? How would you need to feel about you to start taking the actions necessary to make this stuff happen? Because it's a possibility. And the question that you need to answer is, how would you need to feel? All right. So, for so many of us, right, it's about remembering that childhood spark. As kids, we all felt called, right? We all felt like we were kind of connected to the universe, that we were guided, right? For me, I remember being a kid and thinking that, I was like, oh, I want to be like Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, like the big guys. I want to be a leader, a speaker, all of that good stuff. And then along the way, I kind of lost that dream, right? Like, oh, I'm going to go to college. I'm going to get my degree. I'm going to do all of the things that I'm being told to do that lead to success. And along the way, I kind of learned that wasn't really what I wanted to do. In addition to that, I experienced parenthood fairly young, right? My oldest daughter, she's going into her sophomore year of college. She was born 20 years ago, when I was entering college. My wife was my girlfriend back then, was pregnant with my daughter at our proms, right? We went to different high schools, so we went to 2 proms that year. But I experienced parenthood young, so I had a sense of responsibility. So, I got to go to college, get a degree, make some money, get a job, and all of that, like, and just follow the path. And again, if you're anything like me, you learned that it's just so draining, it's so unfulfilling living that life. And I've just been on this journey of recognizing I am the creator's most creative creation. As a kid, we all were free to express ourselves in whatever creative way that we wanted to. We thought we could sing, we thought we could dance, we thought our version, our way of doing it was the way that it was supposed to be done. We were comfortable with ourselves. We were free to, um, call ourselves creative, right? It's like anytime we did something, like, look, mom, look at my drawing, look at my song, look at this thing, right? And so kind of coming back to recognizing that and like, yo, I am free to express myself. I am free to, dance and write poems and take these emotions and thoughts and jot them down and share them. And I don't need a title or permission. I don't need school. I don't need anybody's authority to do that, right? And recognizing that the things that I want to do, my desires, those childhood dreams are about my soul looking to express himself, looking to express itself, right? And that should be the driving force. There was a time where I got admitted to like special admission schools, and kids, people be like, how you always get the answers right? And I'm like, bro, God just be whispering the answers in my ear. At that time, like when I was actually smart, the smartest, I really just relied on my instinct. I was like, all right, what's the answer? And I would use like, context clues, all that good stuff, right? But it was more so I trusted my gut. I trusted my first instinct. And it did. I would get advanced. I would do great. And I would like put myself in positions to be like, oh, you smart. I'm like, yo, I don't even know. I had the biggest trouble showing my work because I really didn't know how I answered, right? So there's kind of this trust and flow state that I think we all experience and can tap into, that we kind of go away from when we go older because we start going more logical, etc. So kind of coming back to that awakening of you are the creator's most creative creation, right? And it was like, yo, I want to create. I want to help people. I want to put stuff out. I want to, feel good. So recognizing that is what this journey has been all about. And that's what I'm here to share with you guys. So here's the 3 transformational truths, right? If you made it this far, right, I've been telling you my stories and all of this other good stuff. If you made it this far, here's the 3 transformational truths that you have to take away from this, right? To accomplish what you want, to get to that goal, whether it's launching a business, whether it's building, becoming a creative, whatever it is, it's 3 things that you need to do, right? Master your mindset. That means you need to break the limiting beliefs that you have, right, that are stopping you from doing the work that you want to do. On those days where you say, like, when you wake up and you set the goals, you're like, I want to write, I want to, work out, I want to do that, and you allow yourself to say, I don't feel like it. You got to break the beliefs that are stopping you from putting in the work, right? You got to claim your creator-powered identity and just commit to continuous growth, right? You are able to say you are whatever you say you are. When you're sick and tired, when you're ready to change, when you're ready to level up, that's when it will happen, right? So you have a power to be a co-creator of your identity. And the moment that you claim that, you can start to use it, right? And just commit to continuous growth. Second thing is market your passion. Discover your unique voice. Find your aligned audience and transform your value into compelling offers, right? Passion plus problems equals profit. You got to find how to align what you love and how you love to express yourself with other people out there that love what you love or seeking information about what you love, and they seeking it in the way that you express yourself. And they will pay you for it in some form or capacity, right? If you're consistent. Manifest your purpose. Clarify. Be intentional about your actions. Stop doing things because of money. Stop doing things to make other people feel good. Stop doing things to make sure other people don't feel bad. Do things that are aligned with your purpose, right? With what you feel like you are called here to do with your time on this planet. Be intentional. Set a clear path of day-to-day actions and habits and consistency that is going to lead you where you are going. These aren't just principles. They're the exact path, right? I followed, and every other successful person that you will ever think of has followed, right? Mindset, marketing, manifestation. So, this is your invitation, right? This is your invitation to purpose-driven transformation, all right? For just $97. Now, mind you, this isn't really an offer, so don't get off of here yet, but whatever. I do have a purpose-driven workbook. It's free right now, so please feel free to go and download that. It should be a link in my bio. But you can get a purpose-driven transformation workbook. It's a comprehensive guide with exercises and frameworks to help you identify your unique purpose and build a roadmap to manifest it. All right? Please feel free to go download it. Creators Clarity Digital Journey, right? Daily prompts and reflection tools designed to help you strengthen your creative mindset and keep you aligned with your deeper purpose. And then live coaching, get personalized guidance in our exclusive coaching sessions and ongoing support for a community of like-minded creators, which is $97. Not the full $157. You'll receive everything you need to break free from limitations and step fully into your calling. And with our 30-day creator confidence guarantee, you can explore risk free. Ah, okay. That's it. Oh, okay. So that was 30 minutes. So, to the one person that's been here, thank you so much for sticking through. I hope that this was beneficial to you. Like I said, please feel free to go to my website, geodixon.com/purpose or manifest. It's all over my site. You can find it somewhere. It's free right now, so please feel free to go and download that. But yeah, man. So I'm practicing these presentations. Uh, I'm working on that. That's 30 minutes. Yeah. So then Q&A. I gotta do a little bit better. Introduction. Slow down. You got any questions, comments, or concerns, man? I made it a half an hour. Yeah. So that's it. That's it. Oh, my bad. What's going on, y'all? Yeah. So let me know if y'all was feeling this live here, right? It was nice. It was a beautiful thing. I'm over here just clicking around, plus playing with this thing. Um, so thank you guys though for coming on and being here with me. I appreciate it. Looking at tips and stuff like that, just trying to figure out how to do that. And yeah, I think I'm about to hop off, man. Thank you guys again. This was kind of fun. Got about half hour in. I appreciate you guys. Please like, follow, subscribe, all of that good stuff at Geo Dixon on all of the platforms. Um, you are the creator's most creative creation. Let's get it.